Hi, my name is Javier Garza, and I'm the Archivist for the Historical Resources Center of the Research Medical Library. My job is to ensure that the history of MD Anderson is preserved and made available to researchers. This institution's primary goal is to make cancer history. It is mine to make sure that that legacy is preserved every step of the way. I don't just save old records. I look for innovative ways to make sure that these documents are accessible in perpetuity. I help others discover the history of MD Anderson by providing reference services into the history of the institution, creating exhibits that document our milestones, and I manage our ongoing oral history project that tells the personal story of the people who made this institution great. If MD Anderson's mission is to eliminate cancer, it is ours to make sure that that legacy is preserved. Well, I think that there are a lot of people, both within the institution and outside the institution, that don't know that we actually have an archives, and then the type of work that goes into it. One of the major things that's going on with the mass proliferation of digital records is that people think that if it's filed away or that it's saved on a computer, then that means it's preserved. That's really not the case. There's a lot of work that goes into creating an archives of cultural memory, especially within an institution, especially one that a lot of people don't realize that there are people at this institution whose sole job is to make sure that that legacy is preserved. We did have one researcher in our development office who, number one, didn't know that there was an archives, but once he saw that he was able to access the history of the institution and old records and just things that date back to the beginning, that creates another advocate out there, and then a potential donor who then looks for documents in his own department that have historical significance, and then moves those to the archives to make sure that those records are not available just to him, but to others within the institution and outside of it as well.